Aronson, and I do a lot of work on flashbacks. We're often told that flashbacks are not necessarily they're weak and so on, sign of a bad writer, and we're often told that any film that uses flashbacks can be told in a linear chronological 3-act structure, the conventional way. Now I question that, and I want to test it, and I want to test it by looking at the film Slumdog Millionaire, very popular film, which uses flashback. We have the scenes in the present where the hero Jamal is a young man, and we have scenes in the past through his childhood as a street kid with his brother Salim and with his the little girl Latika, with whom he falls in love and whom he has lost. So let's have a look at this. Let's try to tell Slumdog Millionaire without its flashbacks. Okay, and I'm going to read this from my book, The 21st Century Screenplay. I'm sorry it looks like this, it's just the one I use with teaching. Anyway, easier for me to read this to you now. Okay, so this is Slumdog Millionaire told as a conventional linear 3-act, 1-hero structure set in the present. Now, Jamal, our hero, is working as a chai walla, normality. He sells tea in a company. He finds his lost brother Salim, then Latika, with the backstory of the three told briefly in dialogue, for example, through recriminations. Recriminations and arguments are good places to tell backstory because those are situations in which people throw the past back at each other very naturally. So let's say we do it via recriminations. Now, Jamal has a plan. He wants to rescue Latika, but he has no money to successfully evade her gangster captor. He needs money. So his first act turning point is getting on the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which might give him the chance to get the money. The second act shows him progressing successfully through the show, increasingly suspected of cheating, because remember, the explanations of why he's not cheating are told in the flashbacks in the original. So we get none of that. We just get him answering the questions and people getting more and more suspicious. Now, between show episodes, as part of his relationship line, I call the love story or the secondary story the relationship line because I find it's more precise. So between episodes, he, as part of his relationship line, he seeks out Latika and Salim as in the existing film. Now his second act turning point, which is the moment closest to death in that conventional structure where things are really bad, is the police interrogation scenes during which, in an impassioned but brief speech to his interrogator, he reveals how he knew all the answers to the questions. So we don't see that in flashbacks, we see it in dialogue. He expresses it, he tells us what happens. All right, no flashbacks, because we're doing this in a conventional linear structure. As his third act battle to win, he returns to the show to answer the final question. He wins, that's as in the existing film. Within the relationship line, that's the secondary story, the love story, Latika is freed by Salim's self-sacrificing suicide. His brother, if you recall, suicides, and that helps him get the girl back in a very dramatic ending. Now, that is Slumdog Millionaire without flashbacks. I don't think it's as rich as the original. I like those flashbacks. I like seeing those young children in the terrible poverty in which they live, the dreadful things that happen to them. I think it's rich. I think it also obeys a certain rule about storytelling, which is show, don't tell. Anyway, that is Slumdog Millionaire without its flashbacks.